Hey there, friends. Welcome back to Second Star to the Left. I'm Michelle, and this is Just a Villager.
Or is it?
And here's where we'll share board game reviews, ramblings, and a few wrong turns along the scenic route. Rival witch covens have been warring for the souls of Ipswich's townsfolk for years, but it ends now. You've been tasked to search home by home to find the witches and end this feud. All of the townsfolk are investigating the houses of Ipswich for witches, good and evil. Check each home, discover what's inside, inform the rest of the town what you've discovered. Excuse me, are there any witches here?
No.
Okay, thanks. Of course, you could lie. They might believe you. Excuse me, is there a witch at home?
Were there any witches?
Nope, no, nothing to see here.
Who would do such a thing?
But tread carefully. The villagers could call you out. If you're caught in a lie, or if you falsely accuse another townsperson, the town will suspect you of witchcraft. Caught twice, and you're ostracized from the village. Keep your wits about you, and if you lie, do it well. Today is the first in our series, Small Space, where we'll be sharing our love of wallet games and small box games. Of course, we're starting off with a Buttonshy game, and since it's spooky season, a good witch hunt seemed like a perfect match. Cunning Folk is an 18-card wallet game designed by J.E. Treat III. It's a game of memory, deduction, and deception. For a basic game, you have a tableau of 9 cards on the table. The village of Ipswich is looking up at you from this monochromatic, bleak perfection of cardback art. You're just going door to door to discover the location of the good witches, or the bad witches, and the elders that are controlling their actions. But your motives are a bit suspect. You're in it for the witch hunting glory and not for the good of the village, as you want to be the first to find the trio of magical mystery. When it's your turn, you knock on a door and have a look at what's inside. The witches and elders will share their powers with you. What will you do with that power? Or has the search for witchcraft corrupted you so badly that you will lie to gain powers that aren't yours? You see, if you lie, if you say that you saw an evil witch, when in fact there was just a kind villager hanging out in the house, baking some bread, doing some light cleaning, then you get to use the powers that an evil witch would have. In this case, that would be swapping any 2 cards on the tableau. Or maybe you'll claim that you found a good witch and use their power to take another turn, while it was really an evil witch all along. Can you be stopped? Well, yes, actually. The other villagers can call you out on your glory-seeking lies, but they better be right. If you're caught in a lie, you become suspected of witchcraft, get caught again, and you're ostracized from this peaceful village. But falsely accuse another villager of a lie, and the accuser becomes suspected of witchcraft, and one step closer to wandering the woods alone, banished from the village, and in the game. Seriously, if you're ostracized, you're out of the game. Apparently, announcing what you've found at each location is optional. You can keep the info to yourself, but doing so means that you can never use any of the powers available to you. You can never bluff, you can never deceive the other villagers, and what good is a witch hunt without lies and deception? In order to win and get all the glory, you must find the elder you're working with, either good or evil, and then reveal the locations of the opposing forces, so the opposite elder and 2 witches. Turn those up one at a time, reveling in your deductive powers, but make one mistake. Turn one wrong card, and all of a sudden you will find yourself suspected in this witch hunt. Once you've mastered the basics, you can expand the search in the village, adding in different houses to investigate. You can add in the liar. If you flip this card, you get no extra powers, but you are forced to lie. Have you been playing it safe the whole game and telling the truth because you have a tell when you lie? That ends now. There's also a vagrant in town that moves place to place, and if you knock on that door, you'll have to swap that card with another one. Or did you just say that you found the vagrant to throw off the other witch hunters who are hot on your heels? There's a pirate in town. He has no power but is only out for himself, making him an additional opposing villager that will have to be called out in the end by either the good or the evil forces to win. Did I mention that at times this village has a stray cat problem? What's a witch without a cat? If you find this cat lurking behind the door, you must, well, meow. Good luck bluffing the cat. To play with any of these types of additional options, you just choose which you want to use and swap them out with some of the boring villagers, keeping the town to just 9 houses. There is one additional, more chaotic variant if you think you're up for it. In a 4-player game, shuffle the 5 extra cards and the 3 boring villagers, and give each player 2 cards. They choose one to add to the village to be searched, and one to keep face down in front of them. This way, each player knows one additional card in play, and one that only they know. You won't know precisely how many townsfolk to accuse at the end, and if an opponent reveals a card in front of them to be one you didn't name, then they will win instead of you. The chaotic village full of scoundrels version really only works with 4 people, but you could choose other secret variants to try out yourself. We like our village full of pirates, liars, and a black cat. Cunning Folk is a crucible-like game of accusations, deduction, deceit, and memory. Get too caught up bluffing and you might not remember where that evil elder resides. Tempt your fate by siding with evil and you might get tripped up by a black cat. Imagine an entire village to accuse in just 18 cards. And really just 9 cards that you're playing with. Even at 2 players, there's enough here to keep you wandering through this tiny village knocking on doors. At 3 and 4, you need to be more shrewd and a bit quicker to beat out your fellow witch hunters. All of this spookiness and suspicion comes in a teeny tiny wallet. Buttonshy continues to pack all this fun into something you can toss in your pocket and take with you anywhere. You don't ever want to be caught without a game, right?
No.
We enthusiastically recommend Cunning Folk. Let us know if you've played it and what's your favorite mix of villagers. Thanks for watching our first small space review. If you like what you see,
Or if you want to keep watching until we get one right,
please like, subscribe, and share. If you want to follow us on Twitter and Instagram and elsewhere, the links will be down below. As always, open minds, open tables, and play yourselves.
bye.
The forces of darkness, yes.
Or
Wah.
darkness.
Was I get the all alone? Ostracized.